Atanasio! We went back to our friends at Atanasio, Rene and Chetsid, to check out their special experience package. If you want to book a tour or an experience, you can go to the website of Tequila Atanasio, tequilatanasio.com, click on experiences, and then you'll be able to check every single different experience and do your booking, or you can just get the contact email. You can reach out to the team and they'll respond. We have been to the distillery already several times. Not to mention, you can check out the official brand course for Atanasio available on our website.
The way we do our tequila tastings is quite special because we do it backwards. We always start from the aged tequilas, like añejo and reposado, and then we move forward to the blancos. Because like this, we say that we are undressing the tequila from the barrel notes until we find the purest and naked version of the agave. And by doing the tasting in this way, we also prove to our consumers that agave spirits are complex from the beginning. We don't require additives or putting something else to make it unique and special. So, and of course, we always do it in a glass because like this, it allows you to appreciate the aromas, the flavors, the body, the textures.
This time we went to check out their special experience package that includes going out to the agave fields, cutting and planting an hijuelo, and a breakfast before the distillery visit. So for those of you who have never been, the distillery is located between Amatitan and the town of Tequila in Jalisco. I would highly recommend use of GPS as the turn from the main road can easily be missed. Upon arrival, we were greeted by the team and its newest member, Liam, who came all the way from South Africa to marry Chetsid. Congratulations to them. After some good chat and laughs, we went to start the experience, the first part of which was to travel at the back of a pickup truck. Yep. Our seatbelt was that, unlike in a normal pickup ride in Mexico, we actually had some kind of a fence system installed so we wouldn't fall out. Very clever. I have to say this was the highest safety measure I have ever seen on a pickup in Mexico. Very much gringo friendly. Let's put our heads on. Oh, we forgot to bring one. Never mind. And let the adventure begin. We arrived to the agave field where the experience started. We were already in a good mood after the unconventional truck ride. And then we picked up the tools. Oh yes, the tools. And headed to the agave field to get our hand dirty. Well, to get our friend Rene's hand dirty, to be more accurate. We were surrounded by a beautiful landscape of the Tequila volcano and other hills. It was scenic. If you had the pleasure to meet Rene, he loves to tell tales. In fact, I have learned quite a lot about how the town of Tequila got its name, how things in the region developed to its current state. If you're interested in some history, this is the best place you could get to learn about them. Just one quick tip, bring sunscreen in the hat, as while the experience starts relatively early, it is still quite sunny. Then he demonstrated how to cut the hijuelo, the baby agave, from the mother plant and how to plant it. After the demonstration, I was offered the opportunity to do the same. After a serious amount of work, I was able to finally remove one single baby agave. Yes! After all my work, I was told that professionals earn about 1 peso per plant. So they would typically be able to cut over 500 of these small plants off quickly. I have to say this was the hardest 1 peso I have ever earned. In any case, this is a truly unique experience. No one I know of provides this. Some distilleries may take you to try how to harvest an agave, but cutting hijuelo and planting it is super unique. After the demonstration, which lasted about a good hour, we walked back to the side of the field We got some shade finally to enjoy our well-deserved breakfast. It was quite fun as we got to make our own breakfast on the open fire. It is not something we do every day. Rennie explained us the ceremony of a jimador breakfast, and we were able to warm our own tortillas on the fire and have some tacos. I even managed to burn some food. I'm obviously not pro at this, but it was fun. Rennie also showed us how to make a great salsa to accompany our meal. This is again something super original you can't see anywhere else. Then we did the pickup ride back to do the tour. At the distillery, some delicious palomita cocktails with fresh fruits were waiting for us as a warm-up exercise before the tour. It was delicious with guayaba and strawberry, perfect in a nice sunny day like this. Then we started the distillery tour. René was again a great guide explaining everything with details. Most importantly, we were able to take a peek at their brand new brick oven. He only used it for a batch or two so far. We went through the whole process from the autoclave to their special roller mill, where they always have to take turns to make the bagasso pass through it several times, then the fermentation tanks and the stainless steel tanks below. We had a great time as usual, and the information, and as I keep mentioning it, you can get a tour with the owner or distiller that would usually 10 times the experience, as no one can talk more or better about the distillery than the masters. And her daughter Shetsit is also a pro, so if Ren is not around or you only happen to speak English, you're still gonna have an amazing experience. In the end, we ended up in the nice, cool barrel room after a brief visit to their tiny bottling facility. They have a few barrels for contract labels, but I was super happy to see that their house brand makes up for most of the volume. So we tasted some tequilas and kept chatting. Atanasio is a very good example of a Tequila Valley terroir, nice peppery, herbal, one of my favorites. If not my favorite from here, though I am probably heavily biased. I really enjoy their añejo as well, particularly as I love when those coconut notes come through, as they sometimes do with an American oak aging. They even poured me with some of their funky expressions, which went through even a malolactic fermentation to get that bit of a funky, cheesy, milky texture. If you're a fan of those burgundy white wines, like I am, you will love those. After finishing the tasting, it was time to say goodbye. They were super kind to even give us a nice t-shirt as well. We said our farewells knowing we will return. So do I recommend Atanasio? What a question. Absolutely. Yes, I am biased, but the experience you get here is probably the most authentic, especially if you're visiting the town of Tequila, where even smaller distilleries have become a bit more touristy these days. As in our earlier video, if you only have half hour, then there are better options. But if you want some quality time, great explanations, and a fully authentic experience, Atanasio will be a great match for you. After many years in the tequila industry and many distillery visits, at Atanasio, we can always learn something new that we haven't heard before. And in my opinion, it's not just the experience, but to be able to spend some quality time with such great people and chat not just about tequila, but about all things in life is what makes it truly a great experience. You feel you're among long-known friends. We can't wait to go back and make that hiking trip we were talking about to happen. Cheers.